Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video. This is another paid request. Sorry about my voice. Allergies. But for those interested in requesting any type of reviews, commentaries, topics, reactions, randomness, out of the blues, whatever it may be, feel free to send either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. I will try to get to it as soon as I can. And Peter wanted me to do a commentary, a first time viewing commentary on Killer Image from 1992. All I know about this film, it has Michael Ironside in it, and I think Emmett Brown. No, Emmett Walsh, not Emmett Brown. Who the hell is Emmett Brown? Emmett Walsh, he's been in a few films. He was in the first Critters movie, Missing in Action with Chuck Norris, among others, Red Scorpion. And then Michael Ironside, I think he's the main villain here. He was the villain in Scanners and one of the villains in Total Recall with Arnold. He was in Starship Troopers, the first Watchers film, this movie here, with Corey Haim. But again, this will be interesting because I've never seen this film before, so we'll see how it goes. So, this is actually on YouTube. You just type in Killer Image 1992. It's on YouTube, hour and 29 minutes and 21 seconds. I will count down now. 3, 2, 1, pressing play. No, never mind. It didn't play. Let me try that again. 3, 2, 1, pressing play. Holy Critic. Just that's the guy who uploaded this. Now we got the film started. In full screen. Got bars on the left and right. Full frame, I should say. There's Mike Ironside with a little bit of a rat almost ponytail. Is this a body? Yeah. It's Mike Ironside. 9 times out of 10 he's playing a bad guy. He wasn't much of a bad... I mean, oh, someone's taking pictures. Oh, you know he's a bad guy. Smoking cigarettes while dumping a body off a bridge. If that body got stuck somehow, like in a crevice... How the hell did you see that guy? You got the eyes of a hawk? The eyes of an eagle. This guy's really stupid. Like, he could have been hiding a lot better than that. A lot better than that. Like, come on now. I just would get into the story of how you knew Michael Ironside was here, and like a tuck and roll from the motorcycle. This guy's still taking pictures while he's being shot? What the hell? So this guy stopped, did a tuck and roll, in order to take more pictures of Michael Ironside while the guy's shooting at him. What the fuck is this guy's dumbassness? What the hell? I mean, what kind of guy is this? I'm on my motorcycle. Let me do a tuck and roll off it. Oh shit, I just shot it again. Let me get back on the motorcycle. Let me take a picture of this guy shooting at me. If you got a bullet in your head, it's not going to matter. But yeah, Michael Ironside, like I say, he's been on a lot of movies throughout the years. He wasn't a bad guy in... He was in Nobody, that recent film, with Odenkirk, last year. It was a small part, but... Oh. Freeze frame. Yeah, he got run over. A David-winning film. David-winning. Is that the same... Wow. I know who David Winning is. He directed Turbo, a Power Rangers movie. So the guy who directed that Power Rangers sequel, Turbo, a Power Rangers movie, he directed this? So, you want to see another film from the director of Turbo, a Power Rangers movie? Here you go. So we're seeing pictures showcasing the guy's brother and Michael Ironside. Killer image. So it's giving us backstory via these still photographs of these two brothers hanging out. One's a photographer, the other, I don't know who he is yet. See pictures of their childhood. This guy is out camping with a shirt off. Wonder if he invested in a Miko and television. Did you put $10,000 into a Miko and television? Let's see, through 3 writers. 1992. See, that was the year we had Terminator. No, that was 91, Terminator 2. 92 was... See, Universal Soldier, I think, was 92. That's a good movie. I'm trying to think what other big movies were 92. I keep thinking of films that were in 91 or 93. Oh well, it don't matter. So this must be his brother's... Is this his brother's wife? So guess they were both motorcycle enthusiasts. Rick Oliver, 1991, 1965, 1991. Never said I liked your pictures. Never said I liked it when we rode together on our bikes. Well, doesn't everybody hate funerals? Has anyone ever said, I love a funeral? He's like, I hate funerals. Well, who doesn't hate funerals? Let's be honest. Again, I don't know if anyone has said, I love funerals. I go there every day and twice on Sunday. Is there anyone that does, like Wedding Crashers, that movie? Or is there someone like a funeral crasher that just goes to funerals to pick up people? And I wonder if there's been a movie about that. Some sleazy guy that goes to funerals and picks up chicks, and it's like a black comedy or something. It's dramatic because he's taking a piece of dirt and putting it on a Polaroid picture. He can't take care of himself. He's dead. You take care of yourself. He's dead. You can't do that anymore. You're a bit too late. That's a... Oh, there's M. Emmett Walsh. Interesting first slide. If I start thinking with my cerebral mechanisms instead of my dick, I can rule the world. I did. M. Emmett Walsh, he was I believe the sheriff in the first Critters film. He was the American guy that helped Dolph Lundgren in Red Scorpion. He helped Chuck Norris. He was driving the boat in the third act and Missing in Action. Let's see, I think he was in the Coen Brothers film Blood Simple. John, you'll destroy the family. The thing about Michael Ironside, he always does. No matter what the movie is, there's always intensity. His look, his voice. I don't think you need that little ponytail. Just cut that ponytail off. It's like a little rat tail. I don't think that's really needed. Just cut it off. See, Emma Walsh plays a senator who's related, I guess, to Michael Ironside's character. And Emma Walsh, good character actor. Seen him from time to time. In Michael Ironside. Like I said, he always just oozes out intensity. And he didn't get to play a good guy a lot. There were a couple, and I can't remember the damn names of it. I mean, like, he was the star. I know there's a drama he did with Brad Dourif. There's... can't remember what else. So someone messed up the apartment our lead guy's in. Oh, I guess not that. I mean, that could be just a typical Friday night. Old school answering machine. Or maybe that's his brother's place. Yeah, okay, this is his brother's place. We have a message talking about the senator and taking PR shots, so he took something he wasn't supposed to. Or follow people, including Michael Ironside, and ass was grass. Yeah, Michael Ironside is always nice to see in this type of film. But yeah, it would have been great to see him portray more of leading man good guys. But I guess people just, well, you know, he's got the bad guy presence and personality. But I think that could make a really intense good guy. And then you get someone like Michael Ironside versus Rutger Hauer, Michael Ironside versus a villainous Brad Dourif, or Michael Ironside versus James Woods. That could be a pretty damn intense movie. Damn, that guy must be dead drunk. Doesn't hear this guy juggling shit around. Bowser. Where's Mario and Luigi? So the dog has a blockage in his colon. And the colon saved the day. Saved him from Michael Ironside. I guess he's doing this to all the cameras just to ruin any potential film that's in there. I'm still trying to figure out what the hell Michael Ironside is doing. So we got our Senator Kane, M.M. Walsh again. Was that Howie Long in the background with the flat top? Dave Sassy, Kevin Nash. No. Although I will admit, there's times M.M. Walsh does sound like he's a bit drunk. I don't know. As Senator, it's no pleasure to be here today. But he's a good actor. Well, I guess maybe this guy's a photographer as well. So I guess maybe that is his apartment. I was confused because I keep thinking just it's one brother that's a photographer, but I guess both of them are photographers. And yeah, I always... Yeah, I corrupted your daughter. She's Tronny. Tronny. She's 20 and flat face down on the bed. Sorry, that's your sister. Okay, so he's developing all these pictures, but why not just destroy everything? But I guess just to make sure you got the right pictures. I don't know about this lead guy, though. It's like a wannabe Andrew McCarthy, and in this scene, he's like trying to do a wannabe Jack Nicholson voice. I don't know. Someone took my camera and put in the bath. Or I was trying to be like Andrew McCarthy meets Lorenzo Lamas, or shaving cream with a razor. What, you don't shave me? You don't shave your legs? Smile, you're on camera, haha. So Spider Ironside set in some kind of trap or something? Fucked with him? That's a big ass empty space. Look at empty space on the right. Like, holy shit. And what's the point of having all that empty space? What is this, your eviction letter? Life always gets better, as always, Shelley. Well, it's nice he's getting letters from Shelley Duvall. Or maybe it's from Shelley Winters, who knows? So does he think that girl set up all those cameras? That don't smile you're on camera? So... okay. His controller is the garage door opener, and why did he put that in his pocket, though? The garage door opener. Is that something that's going to be used later? I need to escape. Oh, thank God I got my remote, TV control that's actually a garage door opener. So yeah, this is, I guess, more... I mean, I get that this is a studio, but like I said, when he came in, there's like a lot of fucking empty space. I don't know if I could say this film really has a natural flow to it. I don't know. It's like we don't quite know what Michael Ironside is actually doing, and like this, who's this guy now? Yeah, who the hell is this guy? Oh, I guess that's a flashback to his brother, but I don't know, it just seems a bit jarring. When it takes like a full 30, 40 seconds to realize, oh yeah, that's... oh yeah, that's, what, he can't get laid? Is that the thing with the senator? He can't get laid? I never understood the why you want to get, have the window that open. Do your old man, what, because he got laid? God forbid someone for getting laid. As long as she's over 20. What's this guy's problem? It's like, what are you doing? What a dick. That was MC Hammer for a second. Yeah, this guy's having a fun time. Well, he is now. Just so much for your date. Is that the doll that had the blocked colon? like I said, so far, this 23 minutes in, I'm not even sure like what we're actually. Okay, his brother was killed, and then we're getting pictures taken, and then the brother is also a photographer. And Michael Ironside, he's getting pictures, but I guess he's not finding the right picture. But if this guy knew, wouldn't he have taken it to the cops already? So maybe he doesn't know. Well, in a way, that just kind of alerted to this guy to, oh, there is something going on, and maybe something did happen with my brother. Maybe my brother was murdered, and so now I will be looking for this film, and I will be doing this, and it's like, I mean, honestly, so far, it just seems rather, other than Michael Ironside providing a bright spot because of his talent, the rest of the movie just seems rather, I don't know, mediocre. I just see why I've never heard of this film before. He's picking up hookers now? Or is he going to kill her for some reason? But to our side, you never know. Is this a hooker? Or is he just going to kill her just for the shits and giggles? Oh, do you have a nightmare about photographs? It fucking says something when I'm having more of an understanding of the killer than of the lead guy. So he picked up a hooker. He's still worried about these photographs. Now he's going to have a drink. Oh, wait a minute. I think he's going to be using this hooker for another thing. Right in the tequila bottle. Definitely a smart guy because he has his fate sympathy. He lost a brother. I know how it feels to lose a brother. He has the fate, almost tears, to get comfort from her in order to. He's not a killer. You just tell. Well, you don't do. Oh, okay, I'm guessing he's going to frame this guy with her body. It's like, you better give me the pictures or you're going to be a killer. He still has his full minute of his baseball bat. Oh, this is the hooker. Although this, I mean, let's think about this. You just got a phone call from a guy saying, "Give me these pictures, or have a toe tag," and then the next thing you know, this random lady comes in offering you a bottle that you just drink, and you wonder, maybe there's something to this. I mean, hell, he could have hired her to poison him. Or knock him out and stab him in his sleep. Or bend him over and fuck him with the strap on. You never know. I like Michael Ironside, but this movie's just boring so far, honestly. It's not like the worst movie ever. It's not Feeders 2, Movie 43, Razor Teeth, Neil Breen movies, Nostalgia Critic movies. Just think like the worst ever movies. But it's just very boring and mediocre at best. And again, other than Michael Ironside, but there, if you want Michael Ironside, again, you could Stanners. I'm not the biggest Stanners guy. I prefer Standard Cop, but Stanners is better than this. Watchers is better than this. Actually, since I got the... Now this girl's being kinky with a belt. So look up Michael Ironside's filmography. Maybe Michael Ironside getting bored with this. Yeah, I know the feeling. But let's see. That's right, he was in Top Gun. Yep, knocked out, she's dead, right? And he's taking pictures. Crazy Glue? John Pyper-Ferguson is this lead guy. Oh, so he crazy glued the lead guy's hand. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . He crazy glued the lead guy's hand so it's wrapped around this. How do I put it? He positioned the girl in front of the guy and put a belt in his hand and super glued it. So he's trying to get it off as like he's choking her, and then now that's a different. That's a bit different than typical crazy gluing that. He definitely got his hands on the murder weapon. Here's what it says on Wikipedia. When Max learns his photographer brother has been killed, he suspects it was no random murder, and when he finds the brother's last photos of a powerful senator and a prostitute, Max gets a clear picture of a deadly political cover-up. Seeking to expose his brother's killer, Max enters a murderous game of cat and mouse stalked by a cold-blooded assassin who has Max dead in his sights. Film was shot in September and October 1990 in and around Calgary, Alberta. Production took 20 days. Malofilm, a distributor from Montreal, and Pierre David in LA were partially funding the project along with seed money from the Alberta government. Released in 1992, being distributed by Malofilm, but did not receive a home video release until early 93 through Paramount Home Video. Received its U.S. premiere as a finalist at the 1992 Houston Film Festival. Now the cop's there, but now the girl's gone. .6 on IMDb. So, looking through the filmography of Michael Ironside, he was a bit role in the action comedy High Ballin'. That's a film with Jerry Reed, and I think Peter Fonda was in that too. Let's see. Scanners. 81 was definitely his big breakthrough hit. See, after that, Visiting Hours. That's a slasher film from 82. Has William Shatner in it for a bit. Space Hunter, Adventures in the Forbidden Zone. With Peter Strauss, Molly Ringwald, and Ernie Hudson. Let's see. Lead FBI agent in The Falcon and the Snowman. He's a detective in the Richard Pryor film JoJo Dancer, Your Life is Calling. And then Top Gun, Lieutenant Commander Richard Heatherly. Extreme Prejudice, I remember that. He was a major. Let's see, Nowhere to Hide. Which I don't think he's a villain in that. I think I've seen that film before. He was a principal in Prom Night 2. Watchers. Minefield, that's one of the ones I was mentioning that he's not really a bad guy in it, but it's not really that good of a film, Minefield. Chain Dance, that's the one with Brad Dourif. They had nothing in common but their desire to break free. Yeah, Chain Dance has Michael Ironside, Brad Dourif. So Michael Ironside has picked up this guy. Seems like there's a cut in between this conversation. I don't know why. It just seemed like there's some kind of weird cut between the two. So pretty much Michael Ironside's telling, I have a picture of you killing this lady. You give me the pictures, I'll give you this picture. See, in the days of cell phones, that'd be different. See, after 1990, he was getting a few more roles. Total Recall, Highlander 2. That's right, he was the main villain in that. He was in McBain with Christopher Walken. Neon City, that's another where he plays a good guy. Vanity was in that. La Alzado. I wasn't big on that film, but I would put that above this. Neon City. I mean, this was 92. That's right, he was in The Vagrant. That's an interesting film with Bill Paxton. Bill Paxton, and he's this guy who moves into a place, and this weird ass guy played by Marshall Bell, he's pop up everywhere, and it's like literally driving Bill Paxton's character insane. And Michael Ironside's character is a detective who doesn't quite believe what's going on. The Vagrant is an interesting movie. See, he's in a film, Black Ice, Night Trap. Black Ice is some film with Michael Nouri, Joanna Pacula, aka A Passion for Murder. Night Trap. I think he plays the villain, and Robert Davi is your hero. But I've heard that's a pretty disappointing movie. It was directed by David Pryor, who wasn't really the best director. I always forget he was in Free Willy. I always forget that. He was in the Patrick Swayze film Fatherhood. Bolt. Oh, that's not okay. That's not the animated Bolt. Red Scorpion 2. Yes, right. He was a bad guy, and that's Karate Kid. Yeah, in a very small, brief role in Major Pain. It always made me wonder if that was supposed to be like a bigger role. But it's like, oh shit, that's Michael Ironside. Fortunes of War. But he was in Starship Troopers. He was in The Perfect Storm. The Machinist with Christian Bale. Terminator Salvation as General Ashdown. He was a captain in X-Men First Class. Turbo Kid. He was in... Yeah, last he was in was Nobody. So we have our main character on this roller coaster ride from hell with this dead body there. I don't know what the point of this is. Like, What's the point of him riding this roller coaster? I guess to give him enough time to look at the pictures to see if they're right or wrong. It's like, if I don't know what pictures you're talking about. Yeah, Michael Ironside, he's trying, man. He's trying to save this thing. But it's like there are plenty of other films where you have this sort of cat and mouse between your lead and a hitman or killer or psychopath. The Hitcher from 1986 is a much more interesting film. Even this one, I think that's why I kept thinking of Andrew McCarthy, even though he looks nothing like Andrew McCarthy, but I kept thinking of it because there's this film called Night of the Running Man with him and Scott Glenn. That's a pretty decent film that I don't even think has a DVD. But yeah, Night of the Running Man. Nothing to do with the Running Man with Arnold, but Night of the Running Man is Andrew McCarthy getting mixed up with a murderous hitman by Scott Glenn. That's a pretty decent film. Much faster paced than this. Much more entertaining. Like this one, like you said, it's a bit of a bore. I mean, it's 46 minutes in. We got 43 minutes left. That's going to be a long 43 minutes. Where are we going? Maybe if it was another actor that... It's just that Michael Ironside is blowing this guy off the screen. Sorry to the other guy, but it's like he can't match up to Michael Ironside. So now they're being stopped by cops. Yeah. Well, at least the guy was smart enough to get his ass out of there, saying, "Oh yeah, I gotta take a lead, officer. Can I be allowed to do that?" That way he's able to get the fuck out of Dodge. Okay, why is this guy following this bum? It's a bum that's drunk. So he followed a bum like a weirdo. Then the bum's like, "Give me your money," with a broken bottle. This I only got a couple of bucks. Get out. So then, Michael Ironside tried to run him over, ran over the bum, didn't stop, back up or anything. And then our lead guy goes, "Ah, shit." Surprised he even goes, "Shit, shit." That's what he should have done. Shit, shit. Ah, shit, shit, shit. Yeah, what did I say? This gets like a 4.6 on IMDb. I can see why. Let's see, what are the user reviews on here? Killer Image. Let's look up some reviews. Sorry, since I haven't seen the film before, this is a first time viewing, I'm just trying to think of stuff to say so it's not just a dead air. Why do you show the film? I'm not showing the film. Go watch the film. If you find the film, put it on another screen. Like you can do various other stuff. Oh, Michael Ironside has some dealing with some punch. I need more. Everybody's got a gun on him. Okay, that's an interesting scene. Ironside goes to his roof, he pulls out a gun, and then, like, all 30 of these have a gun as well. And the guy's like, "Thank you, sir. Have a pleasant evening." And he pays the guy, and the guy's like, "Hey, give him $1 for cab fare." Who's this guy? The guy, this lead like punk guy. Say no to drugs. That right there is like the most interesting bit of the movie. This like group of people that hang out. It looked like the top of a parking garage, or something. I don't know. And this one guy's like, "Have a good evening, sir," or "You got cab fare?" Give him $1. Have a nice evening. I mean, that guy. I want to see more of those guys. Let me know about those, like what their story is. Say no to drugs. That was the most interesting part of the movie to me. So, we do have user reviews. And then we have just 4 actual movie reviews. So, I want to look them up. TV Guide, Letterboxd. I'm just curious, like, how many other people have seen this movie? Because we have 12 user reviews. We have 4 external reviews. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 reviews on Letterboxd. Oh, Michael Ironside don't get this girl. Use her as leverage. Yeah. That's what's going to happen. So, All Movie, a convoluted thriller, gets bogged down in plot twists, red herrings, and unmotivated surprises, which end up confounding the viewers. Yeah, I can see that. Because I was saying I didn't quite know what was going on because, oh, so Michael Ironside's now choking this girl. The convoluted plot grows more and more confusing and incomprehensible with every twist. The complete lack of logic of the film is not aided by its total lack of any visual style or character development. Instead of interested in treating the audience, killer image only succeeds in making them incredulous. Well, I mean, I don't know how many twists and turns this has. I mean, there's 30 some minutes left, I guess, but there's Michael Ironside. Oh, this is a nightmare? Yep. In an interview, director David Wenning compared this, his second film, to Alfred Hitchcock's North by Northwest. After Cannon Films picked up the distribution for Storm, Wenning's heavily padded debut feature, the young director hooked up with veteran Canadian producer Pierre David, who helped bankroll a follow-up, Killer Image. Despite a bigger budget, a couple of bona fide stars, and even a special effect or two, his second effort is a forgettable thriller that manages to be even less interesting than the flawed Storm. As a skewed tribute to Hitchcock, Killer Image isn't even worthy of a comparison to a segment of the Master Suspense's TV show. Yeah, Exploitation said that. Damn, looks like bad case of Botox. Canadian bad guy Michael Ironside gets top billing in Killer Image as Luther Kane, the bad guy brother of Senator John Kane. While quashing a potential scandal that could ruin his brother's re-election, Luther runs over and kills Snoopy photographer Rick Oliver, putting a valuable roll of film in the hands of his brother, Max. Soon Luther starts to make frequent calls to Oliver's photography, the shop Max ran with Rick, demanding he hand over the photos. Max develops the last role in the lab to find that his brother really was onto something. Senator Kane carousing around naked with his PR consultant. To show that he means business, Luther sends a prostitute to Oliver's photography with a bottle of drugged hooch. When Max wakes up next morning, he is shocked to find his hands crazy glued to a leather belt around the neck of the strangled hooker. Max frees himself just in time to run to Luther, who pulls up in a Porsche and offers to drive Max to the hospital to take care of his raw and bloody hands. Ride turns out to be pretty uncomfortable. Polaroid of Max strangling the girl suggests a trade of incriminating photographs. Back at home, Max makes some duplicate prints of the Senator's trice for the boys at the office and heads off to an abandoned amusement park to make the switch. Luther has arranged for the exchange to take place while Max is on a harrowing ride on the roller coaster with his dead hooker friend, but things do not go as planned. Luther informs Max that he has brought the wrong photos. Heading back to his photo lab, Max discovers a second roll hidden in the gas tank of his brother's dirt bike. As he starts to develop the film, he suddenly learns that Shelley has been kidnapped. Hoping that she hasn't already met the same fate as the pesky, reappearing hooker corpse, Max suddenly realizes there's only one person who can help stop Luther's reign of terror. You get all that? Killer Image is stripped, tellingly finished before Storm. Not only fails to build any suspense, but is also self-indulgently meanders with a plot based solely on cinematic convenience. Max's barely plausible romantic relationship with Shelley starts even before his brother's coffin has been lowered in the ground, and exists only to set up her later kidnapping. Similarly, unless Wenning mistakenly credited the film as a homage to Hitchcock when he meant Scooby-Doo, there's simply no good reason why Max and Luther have to exchange photos on a working roller coaster at an abandoned theme park. Although this sequence is the most exciting in the film, it is completely extraneous and relies on highly suspect logic to boot. Yeah, I didn't get that either. That's why I was saying, like, why is that in a roller coaster thing? I guess in Michael Ironside's mind, it's you ride this, you can't escape. While I looked at the photograph to see if you're bullshit or not, but it's like I could do that with just a gun. No doubt the money was handed to stars Michael Ironside and M. Walsh in an effort to carry the flavorless script, while awkward elements like Luther's Porsche and the roller coaster seem to have been included solely to impress the audience via their very existence in the film. It becomes fairly obvious that the novelty of a budget was almost too much for David Wenning, who was unable to resist the temptation to use something just because he could. Ultimately, Killer Image seems less interested in hooking viewers in it with its admittedly weak plot than simply tossing money on the screen. As a result, the film tends to fade from memory faster than an old Polaroid picture. At least there's some nice shots of Calgary for a few fans of Canadian schlock. The downtown core of the city is heavily featured throughout the first two-thirds of the film. But then we're taken back to Brad Creek, the park located at the foothills of the Rocky Mountains that saw most of the action in his previous film, Storm. While many low-budget B movies make excellent use of natural wilderness to heighten claustrophobia and suspense, the scenes located in Brad Creek, where Max finally has the chance to confront Luther, predictably fall flat. Director David Wenning followed up Killer Image with another bland thriller, Profile for Murder, starring Lance Henriksen, and then Turbo, a Power Rangers movie. So, Exploitation definitely didn't like the film. I can't really blame him, though. TV died. Instead of tightening the screws as our lead uses talents to play Polaroid PI, the movie veers off on too many tangents, and the body pileup could be the envy of a teen slasher film. The thrill dissipates the pace he slices off every time Luther pulls a new dirty trick. Sneaky surprises live in the film but don't build up the level of suspense. Some user reviews. The lead displays a similar lack of common sense in most matters as his brother did, finds himself being blackmailed. Unintentionally moronic that it is occasionally funny. Pretty unremarkable stuff on the whole. Yeah. Confusion abounds and the viewer will quickly lose interest. Why should anyone care about characters we know nothing about in situations that make little sense? After about 40 minutes, I could not take any more punishment and hit the eject button. Just one more DVD from our garage sale. Damn. So this guy didn't last 40 minutes. Why? Just why? Bad, lame, boring, pointless, useless. If you want to see M. Walsh with his shirt off, which we did see that, this is your movie. If you want Michael Ironside with one of those douchebag ponytails, this is your movie. Yeah. Winding plot concerning photography, revenge, brotherly love, and a politician leading to a predictable climax. It's tedious and our hero is dull. Script is lame. Why does he do that? Why doesn't he do this? Filmed flatly with boring visuals. Yeah. So, I guess the gist is, I guess I'm not alone in my sentiment on this movie. Sorry to the director. But there's not like much in terms of like camera work. The score is average, meh. It's not exciting or thrilling. I had to be melodramatic, Matt, but her life is in your hands. Who was the girl that Ironside killed before? For some reason I thought it was her, but no. It was another... Oh yeah, that's why M.M. Walsh... Whatever, man. So, the film is hidden in the motorcycle. How did he even know to look in the motorcycle? Like, how did he even know to do that? Was there any clues, anything that led to him looking in the motorcycle in the first place? Could have been some, hidden a mattress, hidden whatever. Sorry. Didn't mean to yawn, but I guess that kind of fits my thought process on this movie, man. Oh, get it out there. Get it out. Get out the fucking thing. There you go. This is the roll of film that everybody's been looking for, that no one gives a shit about, because no one knows what the fuck this movie is. If you want the excitement of a guy's slowly developing film, as we're supposed to be reaching to our climactic third act with 21 minutes left, including end credits, this is your movie. She already got a hole. It's called her mouth. Why, you know where he lives. Why don't you go there and say, hey, do it or I shoot you in the face? You could make copy. Never mind. Here's M.M. Walsh. Oh no, this is a flashback. See, it keeps doing stuff where it makes it seem like, oh, it's the next scene. Oh wait, it's a flashback. It randomly puts these flashbacks in as if this was stuff that's supposed to be for the beginning of the film to build up to the death of the brother. Or usually you put like a filter, or it's in black and white, or a person's looking at it, and maybe a person's doing this, and then you establish it's a flashback, but it's like, have to take a fucking full minute to realize it's a fucking flashback. That's where the convolution comes into place, some of it at least. No, maybe she just wants dick. Yeah, he strangles her, right? Of course, it doesn't help her. Just decides to take pictures, not help at all. And could help, but nah. Like, right then and there, why didn't the brother go to the police with this? Here's this woman. Here's him. Here's the car. Photograph the license plate. You're photographing him getting out of the car. You're photographing him acting weird. And then, okay, find this girl. They like you could just you're filming all this now. Take it to the police right now. Right, right there, right now. So what the fuck was he? You know. They said that we can't do that because we don't have a movie. I mean, obviously, by looking at these pictures, he can tell it's a murder. Which he already knows this guy's a murderer, so it's not like big surprise. Yeah, Edmund Walsh is not in the film much either. I mean, we saw him at the beginning talking with Ironside, a rally, him watching TV for a bit. Why are you so surprised that, oh my god, Ironside is a killer? You just got your fucking. You had your hands super glued to a fucking hooker. But he's like. What do you think was on the film? A birthday party? Fucking party at Cucamonga? Little bitch. Mr. Senator, I'm going to kick your ass. Dude, just get to the point and tell him. He's talking to M.M. Walsh in this, like, basement. He's lolly fucking gagging around for some reason. So now he's showing M.M. Walsh the pictures. It's going to pretty much see that his brother killed someone. Well, it shows him hugging this girl. and sexy pictures with this girl. Now, yeah, I guess. Well, I guess that's why the guy took a picture. He's like, I'm gonna take a picture of this guy shoot at me, and there's a picture of Michael Ironside shooting. So I guess in the middle of that, a roll of film. So pretty much he's making a deal with Emma Walsh to try to do something to save this girl. I wouldn't be surprised if Michael Ironside like shoots or kills Emma Walsh, and then whatever the hell this finale will be. I don't know. We got like 13 minutes left. I don't even care what the finale is. This movie sucks. This movie sucks. It's boring. It's uneventful. It's not exciting. It's not thrilling. It's nothing like Hitchcock. I'm sorry, Mr. David Winning. I don't think this is anything like Hitchcock. I mean, take the hitch out of it, then maybe it's more like that. Cockamamie bullshit, but... I mean, how about this from Michael Ironside? Come on out, I'm gonna kill your girl. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna shoot her in the leg. You want me to shoot her in the other leg? Come here. Okay, fine. Shoot her in the other leg. Or you got a knife there. Why does she have a knife? Like, why does she have a knife? Why did he give her a fucking knife in the first place? Like, why? Why give her a fucking knife in the first place? Thank God he was so able to secretly climb a fucking tree to put a damn camera on there. Okay. Fucking time to do this. What is she doing back there? Is she digging for earthworms? Dude, what the fuck is she doing back there with the knife? Is she digging a grave for herself? Is she digging for fucking fishing lure? What is she doing? Why does she have a knife? You just have her a weapon. And what is she digging? Why is she digging? Gonna strike oil? But how do you know that he didn't make doubles of these? Or make triples of these? How do you know he didn't send them to a cop? Send him to the police. Send him to the papers. And by the time you leave, boom. How do you know? So why doesn't he just shoot you now? No one knows you're out here. That's what Ironside says. But he's going to shoot Emmett Walsh, and then these two are going to fight, and then whatever the hell happens here. I like Ernest as well. I like Ernest P. Worrell. I like... Yeah, we already know where this is going. You don't shoot Emmett Walsh. I guess the guy's probably going to try to get to Ironside. So MM is smacking the shit out of Ironside. And he's not going to take it. You could tell. Yep, knew it. MM, nice... about 3 or so blood squibs. That's pretty decent. Yep, there you go, the knife. She had a knife, stabbed him in the leg. Then our lead smacked him with the camera. And has now smacked him in the head with the camera stuff. Pick up his gun. You have his fucking gun. Why don't you pick up his fucking gun and finish the job? We know that's not it for Ironside, come on. I don't know if he's going to go off a cliff, he's going to be impaled, or... Yep, there he is. Should have picked up the gun, dipshit, or at least take the bullets away. Or something. Oh, he just happens to have a fucking machine gun. Why didn't you look in the fucking briefcase? Fucking idiots. Fucking morons. Fucking dipshit dumbasses, man. Come on now. There you go. So pretty much now it's my Ironside bumming around the fucking fields, pick up these Polaroid photographs. Such an exciting finale. Even the scenery isn't that impressive. Waste of Michael Ironside's talent, honestly. Just a waste. That was one bit of good scenery. Guess I got some wind for that day. Do you have a big fight? No. Do we have a big shootout? No. We have him walk into a fucking edge of a cliff to get a Polaroid picture. So you don't get pushed off. Or is it just gonna fall off? He threw the gun in the fucking water. That's the thing with first time, I'm going to have to listen to the dialogue so I can pay attention. He slipped and fell, and for some reason our lead guy is trying to help pull him up. For some fucking reason. You got the fucking pictures. You have the evidence. You don't need to... Pretty much, by the edge of the cliff, Buck Ironside just slipped. He's hanging off the edge. Our lead's trying to pull him up for some fucking reason, and then slips and Buck Ironside falls to his death. Why? I mean, the guy killed your brother and all this, but whatever. I mean, now we got some... Trying to be some music. Wait, what? What was that? Wait, let me go back 10 seconds. Sorry. He looks at the camera and smiles. Why? Oh, there's no end credits to this. Okay. Oh well. That's fine then. But why the fuck Why the fuck? Why in the fuck? Like, he's hugging the girl, and then he looks up like this. That's killer image. Wait, I guess unless you're the most hardcore Michael Ironside fan and you gotta watch everything that the actor's done, this movie ain't worth a pot to piss in, ain't worth a fly on a dog's ass, ain't worth shit. It really isn't. So, with that said, thanks once again, Peter. Take care, guys. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.